Do you know Eliza Billington Welch? She grew up in a charming English village where her father was a lockkeeper on the canal. Eliza was a scholar and a seamstress. She was a teenager when her family joined the church, gave up everything, and sailed to America. On board ship, Eliza became friends with fellow convert John Welch. They later married in KnoWho, and she said, "This was the most beautiful temple, and our experience a glorious one." She was friends with Joseph Smith and greatly mourned his death, and was at the meeting at the Grove and saw Brigham Young speak with his voice and testified of the prophetic calling. Hard times came as the Welches suffered through winter quarters and shared their oxen to feed many in camp. Without oxen, they were unable to travel west. Eliza's mother and brother passed away, and then her toddler son died. The Welches moved to Missouri and worked for 5 years to earn enough money to travel. 2 daughters were born there, and another one while crossing the plains, just in sight of Chimney Rock. The wagon train laid over Saturday, observed the Sabbath, and the postpartum mother moved on Monday morning. En route, the wagon was upset in a creek, but all were safe. So Eliza began her life history by writing, "I am a true pioneer woman." In Utah, Eliza raised her 8 surviving children, made and sold butter and cheese, and worked hard during the fruit season drying and selling peaches from their orchard. She refused to get a sewing machine until all of her daughters learned to sew by hand. Eliza served in the Ward Relief Society presidency and raised silkworms. It must have been hard for her when John took a young second wife who accompanied him on a mission south, and he was later imprisoned for polygamy. Eliza delighted in telling stories to her grandchildren of the joys and trials of KnoWho, the early days of the church, and she frequently quoted Joseph Smith. The children were so impressed by these stories that they would often perform them in their playtime. And now you know a true pioneer woman, Eliza Billington Welch.